Well, thank you, Tomer. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us at the last day of the Sports Tech Demo Week. Well, I cannot believe I'm saying that. It's been a great journey. It's been a great learning curve and seeing all these amazing solutions over the past 5 days. It's been a great experience. And before I jump into the rules, I would just like to give the stage for Tomer, my coworker, for a few words, like 60 seconds, to share some of the Coliseum thought as well. So yeah, Tomer, the stage is yours.
So, hello everyone. Hello, Andres and Eran and Eyal and everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Like Fernanda said, in the past 5 days, she had the opportunity to pronounce a lot of names of investors, of founders, to mistake a lot, and it's part of the story. But I really think this platform is great, and because in the end, we are in a world that all the huge things start from the small connection and those kind of ideas, and all of us speak the same language. And even if we, for the investor, even if you know the startups from previous experience that we have, it's always great to, first of all, or to know a new startups, or to have the chance to heard again what was the progress since the COVID or since last year. And so for all the entrepreneurs, much luck. Of course, we wish we had the opportunity to be in the same room to look in the eyes, but we get used to it so quickly. And we hear through the screens for investor, and really enjoy, and thank you for being here. And for Fernanda, thank you for the amazing role around the Demo Day week, around the Sports Tech Nation, our annual summit, 4 years in a row. It's going to be on December. This year, we're going to do it in a hybrid model. I'm living here in Jaffa, in Tel Aviv. So the people that here in Israel, we're going to do it on Bloomfield Stadium. If you live outside in Israel and you want to come, you're more than welcome. But the rest of the event is going to be virtual. And that's all. So behind me, you can see this is an Israeli startup that do those kind of design of graphic that move. And you saw in the TV unicorns. So I hope we will see a lot of unicorns and sports tech unicorns in coming years. So good luck, everyone. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Tomer. Thank you for the warm welcome. So like I said, we had 250 plus startups applying from all over the globe. Only today we are joined by people from the US, from Brazil, from Israel, Netherlands, and so on. So it's been great to see how the sports tech industry is everywhere and growing and blooming. So thank you for all the applicants that will see the recording of the session. So a little rundown of the rules before I introduce the competitors and the judges. Oops, sorry. So today we're joined by 6 startups. We had over 50 applicants just for today. It's 2 very important categories in the sports tech world. So we decided to choose 6 instead of 5. We have 4 investors, industry experts joining us and for the next 60 minutes. So the rules are simple. Each startup will have 4 minutes to pitch their solutions, equal treatment to everyone. After the 4 minutes, we take over the screen and we give the time for the judges to ask questions. So it's kind of like a question and a half per judge. And after we hear from the 6 companies, we will hear from the judges again, and they will show us their thoughts and their favorite 2 companies, so we can decide who it's gonna pitch at the Demo Day final at the Sports Tech Nation in December. So today we're joining, like I said, with 4 judges. Fielding Jemison, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing all the names correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. Senior Strategy Director of RGA and Sports Studio, Global Sport Venture Studio. Thank you. Lance Dietz, Principal at KB Partners. Thank you, Lance, for joining us. Andres Hayden from GFL. Thank you, Andres. He's also one of our speakers as the Sports Tech Nation. So thank you for joining us in both events. and Marcia Sintra, which is a fellow Brazilian. Thank you, Marcia, for your time with us today. So yeah, so enough of me, enough of my voice. Let's give the stage for the people we are here to listen from. So José, also another fellow Brazilian, the stage is yours.
All right, so nice to meet everybody. First of all, I'm gonna start sharing my screen here. I'm gonna set my clock also. I don't lose track of the time. Okay, can you see my screen now? Is everybody seeing?
Yeah, it's just like cutting a little bit of the, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start, all right?
Sure, go ahead.
So hello, my name is José, and I'm here to introduce to you iSportistics. Before I start talking about the company, I would like to talk about our clients and who can be our clients. Our clients can be companies, can be teams, can be clubs, can be federations, confederations, can be sports agents, and even athletes. Pretty much everybody in the sports sector can be one of our clients. And now I'm gonna show where we can help our clients, how we can help our clients. So we have a problem that the capture are people intensive. What it means? It means you relate a lot of human manual work to do your tasks, to complete your tasks. Production is low and expensive, maybe because of the same reason we relate a lot on human tasks. Your process are inefficient and not scalable. I mean, you're stuck, you cannot grow up, you don't know how to increase revenue in your company, or your content capture is infrastructure heavy. What it means? It means you need a lot of equipment, you need a lot of tools, and you need a lot of solutions. So if you're facing these problems, we might be the perfect company to you. But where does it apply? Where doesn't the eSport apply? Oh, sorry. Pretty much everywhere, from streaming to gaming to stats to highlights to gambling and to performance. We have solutions that can perfectly fit every one of these categories. So finally, I'm going to introduce ourselves. We are a smart sport video platform. The first is smart sport video platform, and we are 100% cloud-based. We are an AI and a computer vision and machine learning to amplify coverage, to better engage audience, dazzle fans, monetize and make content more consumable and detectable for everybody, from the consumer to the producer. And how does we deliver it? How does we like to deliver our technology? With autonomy, scalability, cost efficiency, upgrading process, and disruption. It's very important to notice that we only need a video. Everything that we do from a video. We don't need a infrastructure. We only need a video. It can be your broadcast link, or it can be just a short clip of the match. It's all we need. We only need a video to make our magic, to show our technology to the world. And so a little bit of our platform. How does it work? It's a Cortex productized through automation and process and visual storytelling, plus collaboration with customers and partners. So we are very, very malleable. We like to make co-development projects with our clients. So if they have a special need, we try to develop a solution that can perfectly fit their need, so we can make it something, a new solution. So this is one of the main points of our company. We like to co-develop products with our clients. Now moving a little faster to our companies. So we have lightweight, medium weight, and heavyweight companies and enterprise, every size, from Hockey TV, that's a hockey stream, from DAZN to Red Bull and Global Groups, that's the biggest communication group here in Brazil and one of the biggest in the world also. And how does our business model work? You license the use of the platform, you pay only per use. Here is an estimation of how much our clients use. So it's for lightweight, medium weight, heavyweight, and enterprise. You only pay per use. You're not gonna pay for something you're not gonna use. And just to finish, our product line is a pole position, is our autonomous action cam. We have Knockout, that's a digital graphics powered by AI. No Here, that's autonomous video tagging. A Hat Trick, there's a clipping of play via machine learning. Grand Slam, that is autonomous data capture. And Triple Double, that is our digital technical board, that's a graphical technical board inside. And that's it.
Thank you, José. Thank you very much. Judges, the floor is yours now. Anyone has any initial questions for José?
Should I quit sharing my screen? So sorry.
No, I stopped it. Yeah, I took over.
Okay. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, great. So if I would be digging through the different layers of data, from data acquisition to computation to distribution to display on screen, where would you see your biggest strengths in your company, and how open are you to third-party systems to integrate? That would be the first question. And if I would go for a competitor, would Karen Higo and Track 160 be in your area, or are you more a visitor?
Okay. Our main focus, I think, or what we are best of, is in data capture. So we developed a technology called No Hitter that can detect every company brand and logo on the broadcast. And it doesn't matter, is it in the physical, like is in the arena of the event, or like a sponsorship on the shirt, we can recognize, or this sponsorship, it's Pepsi, we can recognize by the word or by the logo. So I think this is our main product right now, is the one that we can develop more, and we know whether we have more market. It's also our newest product. So we're still like developing it, but I think we have a lot of potential here. And sorry, what was your second question related to NVIDIA, I think?
So if I would find competitors that you're challenging, is it Visati, or is it more like Karen Higo, or what are companies that you're competing with or disrupting?
Okay, so I think Visarti is one of our main competitors. You're right, but like I said, we work in a biggest range of areas. So I think Visarti is one of our competitors, but we do have, like in Brazil, we have something called Repucon. That's the thing that does the reports of brands and agencies, like I said, our solution does the No Hitter. So I think for each product we have different competitors. Okay, thank you very much.
Great to see everyone. What an awesome event. Thanks, Fernanda, for putting this on. Lance Dietz from KD Partnership. Just quick question, like in terms of, you talked about a few different layers of customers. I'm curious kind of how you go about acquiring them across the different sort of levels, from medium, lightweight, heavy, and how, if you have an advantage there as well.
Okay, so we have a biggest look that we started working with big clients, our CEO, and have like contacts. So that's how we started in the soccer industry, in the sports industry. And we started with big clubs in Brazil. Also, we have like a Clube Atlético Paranaense, and the one I showed you, the global group, the communication group. It makes it easy for us to get contact with other companies and others enterprises in Brazil.
I had a question specifically. Oh, sorry.
No, okay, go ahead, Geraldine. No problem.
Just in terms of a follow up on that, can you talk a little bit about how you're working with Grupo Globo?
Okay, so we developed a project in Grupo Globo, I think 2 years ago, for a clipping solution, that the one I showed called Hattrick. That's one of our first solution. And we try to develop a solution for them to clip the matches, so they can better use their highlights and the moments. It was one of the first projects of the company back like 2 years ago.
And you're using all their existing camera feeds to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
For this solution, yes. It's gonna be like, doesn't matter how many cameras you need. We like, because we use the broadcasting signal, so it's the same image that goes to the TV comes to us also. So the number of cameras is not a problem for us.
Jose, could you please tell me a little bit about the team that is behind iSportistics, and if you are full-time dedicated to the project?
Yes. So I'm here because our teams are in Portugal for the Web Summit. So everybody's 100% committed to the company. Everybody 100. We have some advisors, but the advisors are not 100. So Vini Gomi, he comes from the financial, our team come from the financial work. So Vini, Rafael, and Mauricio. Mauricio is more the technology guy. He's the responsible. He's our CTO. And everybody's 100% committed to the expertise and working full time here also. Beside our advisor that like just advisor that can go like once a week, twice a week.
Okay.
Thank you very much, José. We have to move forward, but thank you for the great presentation. Amir, last talk. The floor is yours, sorry.
Yes, hi. Hi, everyone. Thanks for the time. Let me share the screen. Sorry, that's a small problem. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, now
Yes.
it's good.
Okay, good start.
Go. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, my name is Amir Geva, CEO at Let's Talk. Let's Talk is an online video platform connecting influencers with their followers. So, you know, all of us today, the world has changed, and we follow people, we follow them, the interesting people on the social media networks like life experts, lifestyle experts on YouTube, business people on LinkedIn. We follow people on Instagram, TikTok, but we don't have actually the access to have the one-on-one video sessions, so to be able to meet them actually, even virtually. And in Let's Talk, we are focusing, Let's Talk is an end-to-end video platform. So we are focusing on, especially on lifestyle experts and the influencers who are like micro and macro influencers, not the celebs, and on the other end, not the traditional professionals like lawyers and doctors, but all the domains of people with at least 10,000 followers and up to 1 million. They actually today, they don't have so many ways to monetize their popularity and their activities. So in Let's Talk, it's an end-to-end solution, including a marketplace. You can go today to letstalk.com and you can experience it. It's already live. Also, the official launch date would be November 15. We are launching it in USA and in Hong Kong. We already have 1,000 influencers registered to the system. You can find them in the marketplace. Then we have a set of tools for the creators to be able to create different kind of video products in the system, including the prices and all the functionalities. And the video itself is also done in the system. It's embedded. We have high technology in video in the system. You don't have to go out to Zoom, and we have unique features on top of the standard video. So this is, for example, real live experience video that took place, a session with the lifestyle expert that took place in Let's Talk system about a couple of weeks ago. 15 minutes with the expert. It cost them something like $100, and it's real traction. We didn't do anything, any marketing, but we just ran the pilot, and it was during the pilot. We're talking about a huge market. It's a gig economy. The creators market is about $350 billion. The business model is pretty typical to other platforms. We're taking a cut of 25% of any transaction. We also have subscription model for people who, for example, would like to look only for sport and fitness influencers in the system. and we have B2B products. So as I said, we already have 1,000 influencers registered, most of them from the US and Canada. In addition, we have an operation in Hong Kong. So we have also about 5 people working in Hong Kong. And each one of the influencer is actually a marketing machine by himself, because each one of them has on average about 40K followers in their own social networks. So we use the influencers in the system to run the first campaigns and to get the first traction in the system. We already tried it in Israel, and now we're starting it in the US and Hong Kong. In addition, of course, digital marketing and PR and viral marketing.
Amir, I'll have to stop you there because we've reached the 4 minutes.
Oh.
I'll let the judges ask what is left to be known about Let's Talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amir, quick question. I know you had to stop as you were getting to this, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on the competitive landscape, just given the likes of Cameo. You've got Famio on there, Looped Live, et cetera. Just curious how you think about it.
Yeah. So as I said, we are focusing on not on interactions with celebs. Cameo is more, the need is totally different, because people go to Cameo when they would like, for example, to purchase a video greeting for a friend. And in Let's Talk, you probably want to, to learn something from an expert, to hang out with somebody who is really experienced in, let's say you would like to learn poker, or to learn to get to talk to a mental training coach or a personal trainer, or even something about sport medicine. You could find this type of health, nutrition people in our system, and actually book one-on-one video session, and not just get a recorded video.
Maybe I jump in.
Thanks for your presentation. Very interesting. Oops, sorry, Andreas.
No, Marcia, please go on.
Thank you. Do you have competitors? I have never seen anything like your solution. And if you do, what is the difference, the main difference between you and them?
The main competitors actually are companies like Superbeer. It's also a startup, a company called The Expert, also a startup. We're focusing on the one-on-one video sessions, and the technology is, as I said, is very mature. We developed it for about 18 months already, and it's all Israeli engineering team, all in-house people. We already raised $1.5 million, so we have enough cash flow and runway. So I think the main difference is the technology, the features that we have on top of the standard video. We have mobile apps on the App Store and Android. So this, I think, the main difference. And we already have the influencers registered to the system.
Okay, thank you.
A quick one from my side. I think, first of all, I really love marketplace approaches. You found a nice niche spot between, let's say, OnlyFans without porn and masterclasses.com because you add the live component to it. I really like that. I would be worried about 2 things. One, how big can the margin be? And can you attract enough talent that also becomes yourself as it becomes your sales force? And secondly, how do you manage quality, so the user experience getting in touch with an expert or with a celebrity or with somebody on that field is afterwards rated, or is how do you manage the quality of the influencer?
Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, it took us a lot of time to understand how to create a strategy to approach these influencers. Because we're not interested, in recruiting just people who have no content. Actually, just making fun on the social media. So if you go today to our website, especially the American one, you will see that most of them have real content because we have an automation. We know how to approach them. First, we have a system, and it's got automation. It's mostly digital. So we know how to approach them because we get the data only for people that we are interested in. Then we have all the way to approach them digitally, and we have to approve each one of them. So we check their Instagram or Facebook or TikTok social media channels, and only then we approve them. They are not approved automatically.
Okay, and how is the how do you measure customer satisfaction after they had contact or they booked a session? Is there an after sales process or something like this?
We have all the review mechanism, like Fiverr, for example. It's very similar. And the influencer, there is a workflow. So the influencer is supposed to approve any session before the user gets a notification that he can actually. So all the money will be in escrow until it's been approved.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much, Amir. We have to move forward. Unfortunately, wish we could have been in the back forth questions all day. But yeah, so next on the stage is Eran from Coco Hub. Eran, welcome and good luck.
Thank you. Let me just share my screen. You can hear me, right?
Yes,
all right.
You can.
So, okay. All right, did it. So let's go. Just did it. Yeah, okay. So, hello everybody. My name is Eran Soroka. From CocoHub.ai, also known as a senior NBA analyst. But today I'm here to talk about conversational bots that can create fan engagement. Today, athletes and sports clubs have become a global phenomenon and are trying to monetize and automate the connection with the fans with giving them a sense of belonging. And conversational bots, as you will see right away, can be your new go-to heroes. Oh my God, is it James Botti, the new striker of Coco United?
It's really me. I mean, a bot of me, so every fan will be able to talk with me. What do you think about our last match?
Boo, you played badly. You should fire the coach.
The coach isn't the one to blame. He's great. We just have to play better. By the way, did you see our new alternative shirt?
The ones with the black ribbons? Man, it looks awesome.
Do you want to buy it? I have a special coupon for special fans like you, so you get 25% off.
Sure, why not?
Fans like you are the reason I wake up every morning. Go Coco. See you in the stadium this Saturday.
See you there. So Coco Hub is a no-code bot building platform for video, voice, and textual chatbots. We allow any marketing manager, social media manager, agent, personal assistant, and just about everybody to create a fully functional conversational bot literally in a matter of minutes. We're also the first company in the world to enable the self-creations of video bots, which in the sports arena, the sports sector, can have a lot of usability, as you will see in this press conference.
Coach, can I get the avatar to look like a specific athlete or manager?
Sure, we can create a customized avatar and scene with your own branding, looking like you want.
Can I use you to collect data and insights from fans?
You mean, ask them who should be the captain, or how do they rate the last match's performance? Sure, and they get the data in real time. Next question, please.
I heard that you have a few titles in your resume. Can you talk about it?
Great question. I love the attitude. We won the Game Changer of the Year last year, and only 3 weeks ago we won the Global EdTech Startups Awards, so we'll represent Israel in the global finals.
What was the key to those victories?
We were just being aggressive. I mean, innovative.
I can imagine my kid talking to virtual Luka Doncic all night long. So we were founded in early 2020. December 2020, we launched the video bots vertical, which gained a huge interest. This summer, we crossed the 13K threshold of registered users. We have more than 100 million on-platform conversations. We also have a collaboration with University of Indiana and paying customers for a lot of verticals in sport, including sports, education, and so on. Our business model is a freemium one. The initial bot building and testing and even some usage is covered by our free plan. Then we have various monthly subscriptions based on the required volume and features. Also, we have a Coco Expert, which is professional services for complex use cases, external API calls, and integrations. And what are our goals? Because in sports, we need to have goals. So next year, we hope to cross the 50K registered users on the platform to create a variety of templates so everybody will have an even easier time creating their bots. And in short, to bring video bots to the mainstream. Because as a legendary coach once said,
if you care about someone and you got a little bot in your heart, there ain't nothing you can't get through together.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eran.
Bring it on, bring it on.
I'm Fielding Jameson with the Global Sports Venture Studios. Thanks for the presentation. Quick question. As you were talking about growing your user base and kind of these on-platform conversations, what is that platform? Is that within your own application? Are you white labeling across? Talk a little bit about that, current platform.
The platform is built by us from scratch. We're improving it every time. We're adding functionalities by the week. All the avatars are homemade. And for example, if somebody needs an avatar of Luka Doncic or Cristiano Ronaldo or Lewis Hamilton, because I know Marcia is here, we can create one and the scene can be, a court, a press conference, everything. So we built everything from scratch. We use the state-of-the-art NLP algorithms. We even use some of our own secret sauce, if I may say, for them, and everybody can create their own component, their own intents, and the bot building logic is very, very simple.
I played around with your platform a little bit and creating a chatbot. I found it quite easy and intuitive. The no-code approach is nice. I like that in your customer acquisition, you get people into the platform without registration. I bet that's good for the conversion rate. What I was asking myself is, what are the limitations of the platform? You will say no, I will say others. So for me, there is a certain limitation to a predefined conversation strands versus working with GPT-3 or other NLP algorithms from AWS, Azure, etc. So how do you connect this? No code easy. There are my 15 FAQs. I know 90% my customers are going to ask, versus the 10% which are so highly topical and special that you need algorithms to solve it.
Great question, Andreas. So first of all, we're not using like the GPT-3 or in any other, like Blender by Facebook had 1.5 billion of Reddit conversations, and it turned out very badly, like when they launched it. But we were the first company in the world to enable actually talking with Blender back then. But you can use your own databases. For example, if you already have like hundreds of thousands of communications between representatives and fans, so you can already upload in a way your database of FAQs or even like the transcriptions of your press conferences. So if a fan asks about a certain match or a certain player and you have an avatar of the coach, so the coach can actually grab the answer from the actual press conference and use it in the bot. So we also enable like integrations in and out of the platform with external APIs.
So from your business model, you have licensing fee for using it, and then you have a consulting customizing business, or how do you plan that out?
Whoever buys like the Pro plan, we also give them like 3 monthly hours of conversation design support. So we enable them to better the conversations. We also, for example, a customized avatar costs between $300 and $500. It's much cheaper than in any other platform that will create a personalized avatar for you. And the conversational engine is ours. So we control it and the lip sync is flawless. So from this perspective, we do have subscription plans and like enterprise plan. If somebody needs something, we tailor a package to their needs.
Fernanda, do we have time for one more? I've got a quick question.
One more. Go ahead.
What in terms of like the end user that you expect to be interacting with the bots, is there a target segment for clients? Like, is it certain age group, certain type of person, or is it just anyone and everyone?
Anyone and everyone. We saw people using it from high-end learning technology experts to high school students and even K-12 students. My 10 years old kid created a bot last year talking about cats. So it's very intuitive, and once you can learn it, you understand the principle, you can create whatever you want, no matter what degree of complexity you have. And again, no prior knowledge is needed.
Thank you, Eran. Thank you very much, judges, for the question.
What do you do when one of the students falling in love in one of the avatar and it's based on a true
this can't happen, man. This can't happen. Yeah. Tomer is referring to Anna, our conversational companionship bot, which won the 3rd place of the Lobner Prize in 2018, and one of his students just fell in love with her. Yeah, you can try to talk with her, and she has an answer for everything. You can actually create a base personality bot that can answer questions and chit chat about everything, even outside of sports, because we have a very wide variety of subjects you can talk on.
Thank you. I was not expecting this one. Thank you very much, Eran. Adam from All Belts, you're next. Good luck. The stage is yours.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me today. How are you guys? Just give me one sec. I'll share my screen. Excellent. Perfect. Everyone can see my screen?
Yeah, sure. Good luck.
Excellent. Thank you. My name is Adam Rushton. I'm with All the Belts, the combat sports aggregation app. I work as a social media manager as well as head of digital marketing. We provide the latest content without bias to an engaged community of sports enthusiasts. Sorry. The main issue with most combat sports enthusiasts trying to follow is the fact that all the content they're trying to follow is disaggregated across several different outlets. Many people will follow one outlet from each of their favorite combat sports, whether it's boxing, mixed martial arts, or wrestling. And the issue with that is you end up walking away with repetitive, biased opinions and not getting exactly the full story of what you're looking for. Some might say that the best way to do this is follow all the different media outlets for all your favorite combat sports. The big issue with this is that no one has that kind of time in their day in adult life. Where All the Belts comes in is we aggregate content from news publishers, video channels, podcasters, ranking entities, and fight schedules. Provide our users with access to all the latest news, videos, podcasts, rumors, and live updates all in one single app. Within this single app, content is pulled from 8 of the most popular combat sports, my personal favorites being boxing, mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu. Users can browse through and filter through content types, whether it's podcasts, videos, or news articles from over 150 different aggregated sites directly to their most recent feed, which makes things a lot easier for browsing and keeping up to date. You can also browse by user-generated content and take advantage of the built-in social features and communicate with other combat sports fans, and or just post your top opinions on what's coming next in this combat sports world. My personal favorite is the daily push notifications that keeps everyone up to date, whether you're out of the house or not. For example, if I'm out to dinner and I'm missing one of my favorite boxing matches, I can take a quick peek at my phone, stay right up to date. Naturally, my wife, who I'm probably at dinner with at the time, doesn't exactly appreciate this feature the same way I do. Our primary monetization comes in the way of advertisements built into the app. We already have this integrated within the app, and the app was designed with this in mind. So there's plenty of opportunities and space for different organic ad placements to keep a nice thin look to our profile. Our secondary plan is to provide our users with the ability to upgrade to disable ads with either paying a monthly or annual fee. As you can see in the table below, this is the industry average for this model. With 250,000 monthly active users at a 5% conversion rate, we'd be looking at an ARR of over $140,000. The market we're looking to work within is a $670 million sports app market, and we believe that we have the opportunity with the proper marketing to capture 0.5% of that market, which would be $3.3 million. Obviously, along with this opportunity comes the potential to be acquired by one of the major sports media outlets such as USA Today or SB Nation. To summarize, we want to provide the only one-stop shop for combat sports advocates to stay up to date with the latest news, videos, podcasts without having to worry about repetitive opinions and bias reporting. There's an opportunity to work within a $670 million sports app market, and we have future expansion plans that entail frequent updates to include additional content for sports such as grappling, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, in conjunction with our heavy focus on boxing and mixed martial arts. All the belts is available on the Google and Apple App Store, and we are currently seeking seed money to fund a user acquisition marketing campaign. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you very much. Marcia, maybe do you want to start since last time you didn't have the opportunity?
In fact, the question that I had was already answered through the presentation. By the way, congratulations, Adam, very interesting.
Excellent.
I was going to ask about the exit strategy, so you can just skip me because Adam.
I'm glad I answered your question already then, perfect.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe a quick one from my side. There is a great example. So I come from the football world. There's a great example from the football world with OneFootball. They were very successful getting clubs and leagues on board by giving them shares, but also doing distribution deals with them. So what role do you talked a lot about being biased, etc. But what's the primary source of information from clubs and leagues? Which role are they going to play in your application, in your app?
They'll definitely play. We definitely try and pull content from everywhere, and if we're looking for, as far as rumors and leaks and that kind of thing go, we're definitely interested in pulling content from all avenues. So that's not exactly something that we're 100% focused on right now, but it is certainly a topic of discussion that I'll definitely bring back to the team and talk about.
Quick question from me. What do you think is preventing any sort of kind of like larger media outlet from coming in and creating something similar to your product? Do you guys have kind of a unique IP? Is it first mover advantage? Where do you guys really feel like you can potentially kind of hedge off that happening?
Well, honestly, there's already a couple of competitors that we have, and to be honest, I mean, if we're looking at the real situation, content is king, and the amount of content that we pull in from really reputable outlets is kind of what gives us the edge. There's a couple of different boxing ones at the moment, and for example, there's one called Boxing Fusion, I believe it is, in Sports Continuum. And they do an okay job, and I've actually used them in the past before I was involved with the company. And my biggest issue with them was the fact that they didn't exactly pull content from all the reputable sources that they weren't exactly vetting their content as much as they should have been. From what I see, that's kind of the biggest issue with this particular market, and no one's exactly doing it in the way that we are at the moment, and no one's been established in the market just yet. Now, that being said, obviously, there are situations where a larger company could come in, like you said. No one has yet, and there has been a couple of attempts from CBS Sports and that kind of thing. They've had content aggregation as well, and it just hasn't taken off in the way that we believe it could.
Just a quick one, Adam, and maybe more of a thought, or just curious if you thought about it. It's kind of, a lot of sportsbook operators are snatching up content or media platforms. Curious kind of if you've thought about that or talked to any of those people in the space around that as a future potential either partnership or acquisition round?
Personally speaking, I haven't. Our founder Tim Childs actually has, though. He's been in talks with different sports books. I believe it's mybookie.ag. He was in contact with, and just kind of discussing future plans and future integration. Obviously, sports betting is a huge aspect of what we do, or what we follow. We like to post odds and that kind of thing, and make sure we're pulling from different odds sites. DraftKings Sportsbook, sportsbook.ag. These are all ideas that we have for the future for sure to launch, further verticals in that for sure.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you very much. Great presentation. Huge fan of all the combat sports here. So very excited.
Excellent.
Eyal, the stage is yours. Welcome.
Thanks so much. Hi, everybody. Great being here, and I'm sharing screen. You can see it, right?
Yeah, we can.
Perfect. So, video sites. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Eyal. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Video Sites. We're a technology company that built the ability to track all of your content as it spreads across the social platforms. We built a unique Shazam for video technology that basically uses the visual properties of your content in order to track it as it spreads through your fans, to all of the channels all across the social. And with this ability, we help rights holders, meaning leagues, networks, broadcasters, and even brands and ad agencies maximize the value out of their content. When I'm saying maximizing the value, I should mention that on one side, if someone streams your game on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, Twitter, we know it within a minute. And then we are able to take it down as fast as possible. Usually the average is 5 minutes. But on the other hand, the positive side of copies, so if, for example, someone takes Messi's goal and puts it on his Instagram, it doesn't have to be piracy. It's legitimate fan engagement. But no one would ever know if this post would have 1 million views. We know it. We track it. We track all of copies of the leagues or the team's content, and we help them maximize the value coming out, of course, from the extra sponsorship and media value coming from these fans, but also helping them improve their content and find super fans that are already engaging with your content, and even monetize on YouTube and Facebook beyond what you knew so far. So just to explain how this works, and we'll jump to an example, we track everything you create and bring it to your dashboard, everything your affiliates create, meaning your media partners, your agencies, and so on, but also what we call organic boosts. These are the fans, re-uploads, user-generated content, commentaries, and everything that is found around your content, and how fans engage with it. And I'm going to jump to a real case study just to visualize what we're measuring. We're talking about, in this case, a Real Madrid and Sevilla game. In this one game, we tracked 2,700 uploads and 38 million views. Now, just for your color coding appreciation, everything you see here on purple is coming from the own channels of Real Madrid. This is the number of uploads. Everything you see in shades of blue is their affiliates, the league, the media partners, the teams, the opponents, and so on will be in blue. Everything in yellow, these are the fans. This was a blind spot up until now that only video sites can expose and unlock. And you can see that practically 93% of videos, or 2,500 videos, come from this game from the fans. And in terms of viewership, it triples your numbers, triples your viewership numbers. In terms of media value, after we analyze the logos within all videos, of course, coming from the fans, you can see the media value coming from your own channels, your affiliates, and your fans. Your fans are creating a higher media value. And of course, there are super fans within this content, and channels that you can sign up as micro influencers to increase your engagement for next games. We work with the NBA, we work with big leagues, we work with large networks and Hollywood studios that treat the content the same way. They have tune-ins, they have other marketing needs in order to boost their shows. And I'm just out of time, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Eyal. You have like 15 seconds left, but let the judges ask the questions and answer anything remaining.
Hi, Fielding. Really interesting platform. I am coming from the media space and work with a lot of media partners. Obviously, this is something that they haven't necessarily been able to monetize, just the amount of like videos, fan videos and fan creation that's out there. Can you, and I might have missed it, apologies in the upfront, can you talk about how you're scraping in those fan videos? Like, how are you actually coming to that number of video creations?
Sure. We've spent our first 5 years with 3 computer vision professors and a strong engineering team building this Shazam for video. It's an engine that tracks all social platforms and identifies all copies of content that are compilations of your content, any re-upload, any small footage that someone re-uploaded with your content, the engine will identify. It's exactly how Shazam does for audio. We developed it for video. And with this unique ability and immediate ability, we're able to scan all social platforms practically in real time to identify how your content spreads. I can definitely show you offline some examples of how this engine is running in real time.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. Amazing solution coming from the media industry as well. I can see where you are going. I think you got an award. Could you go back to the first screen and tell me what award was that? Was anything that had to do with piracy?
Yes, this was Best in Anti-Piracy for Sports Pro last year. We are nominated again this year, hopefully to win again. This is for our work with, this last one was for our work with Serie A, the Italian league, for practically eliminating all of the social piracy within minutes. And then driving all, frustrating the pirates so much that they actually stopped pirating.
Thank you. Good.
A quick one from my side. I like the solution. It solves, but only part of the problem. So anything that's happening on the visible web, on streams, on social media, on those platforms, there are a lot of services around that. My main problem at the moment is the rise of dark social. So all this traffic within messengers, services within closed Facebook groups, on Giphy as sent as a gift to a friend, which is maybe with the sponsor logo integrated. So what are your plans on tackling this dark social traffic?
Well, that's a great question. First of all, I always say that piracy is a big war with many fronts. Social is becoming the most dominant, or already is the most dominant place for piracy today. Just for example, we measured on the Euros 51 games, 21,000 live streams, and 60 million people watched it for the entire game. They stayed online for the entire game practically. And of course, most of the loss is not coming from closed groups. Most of the loss, as we see it, is coming from videos that are out there public, and no one is able to handle the scale because they are either manipulated or they are passing the gatekeeper of the platform, the content ID and rights manager, that are not able to identify it. And with this amount of scale, you must have a scalable solution that is not manual based in order to identify all of these copies. So we can practically go, and to your question about closed groups, we can only go to public videos. No one has the ability to go legitimately to go to private videos. But I think, again, that the loss is not that big, and the platforms are responsible to take down these private videos anyway.
No, I'm not concerned about the loss. I'm concerned about the missed opportunity. So the missed opportunity is we're getting tremendous reach on in a gold celebration as a gift sent in a messenger to somebody. But it creates additional value for our advertisers, and we can't measure it right now. That's what I meant.
I agree. So in some platforms, it's easy for us to expand to, and we add more platforms as we go. We usually go where the biggest impact would be. So, for example, a clip on Facebook gaining hundreds of thousands of views in terms of media value and in terms of your exposure is probably much more important than something on Reddit that is gaining 1,000 shares. That's one. But still, even going to closed platforms, the way for us to expand is through the platforms, and we're already working with some platforms to integrate our solution. By the way, of course, platforms see the value that they could bring to their brands with our service, because they can show the brands we're bringing much more value to you. And same with the brands. The brands want to know of this value, so we also work with the brands on the same visibility and transparency of how their logo and how their brand awareness is going throughout the different platforms.
Thank you, Ayal. Thank you very much, judges. We have one last competitor to hear from, so let's stick to the timing. Peaks, Michelle, I'm so sorry. I know you taught me in the beginning.
It's okay. It's okay.
Better to live with you.
Michael is fine. Michael is fine.
So the stage is yours. Good luck, and yeah.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Yeah, let me have the right presentation. Right. So worldwide, millions of talented athletes cannot pursue a professional career because of the lack of funding. And we at Peaks are on a mission to change that. So my name is Michiel Wolters, founder and CEO of Peaks. And together with my two co-founders, Arturo, who's not here, but Santi is that we believe that every athlete deserves a fair chance to reach and to stay at the top in their sports. I mean, background, race, gender, location, it all should not be a deciding factor whether you become a professional athlete, inspiring and motivating those hundreds of millions of sports fans worldwide. So we make long-term funding easier by making it engaging and fun for fans. And athletes can now earn from their product, which is their unique content, and truly engage their committed fans by giving them an exclusive insight through behind-the-scenes content of their athletic journey. So Peaks will be for the millions of professional athletes and their sports content what OnlyFans is for the adult content, what Patreon is for the created artist content, and what Twitch is for the gaming content. And you might be thinking, why wouldn't an athlete monetize their content on these platforms? Well, because by speaking to the 10,000 athletes signing up to Peaks, we've learned that athletes want to be part of a platform that breathes sports and that only focuses on athletes. And we also live in a world where mainly Gen Zers or young millennials prefer to watch highlights, bloopers, and true authentic content, getting to know the personality behind the athlete and being able to interact and thus connect with those upcoming athletes. There's no other significant player who has filled this gap in the sport market. And the untapped global sports market for paid exclusive content offers unparalleled opportunity. Peaks will be the essential platform for those millions of athletes to get what they deserve, and that's a steady income. And this will make Peaks a significant player in the sports market, changing the way how athletes are funded and fans engage with their favorite athletes.
Okay, so bring that back to specifics. What do we specifically offer? A content monetization platform where athletes keep 80% of the revenue they make, and Peaks takes a 20% commission on all transactions. We offer it to beginning athletes who need the funds, established athletes who want to grow their fan bases and grow their relevancy, and end-stage career athletes who want to create a legacy or give back to communities. So our current product is live, which is where athletes upload their videos and fans can subscribe. So if we look at the build out of our product, the next tier, which is interaction, is currently in development, and that interaction will happen through live streams, chat, and collab channels. And then finally, the third tier is recognition, which is the ultimate reward for sports fans. That means having your submitted fan content reviewed by your favorite athletes or getting digital autographs or shout outs. Now, how do we purport to be better than the rest? First of all, we only have sports content by professional athletes, so they don't have to compete with the algorithms of social media or the extremes that you find there. Secondly, our tooling is specifically geared towards empowering the athletes. We are the one-stop shop for them to earn money through content, contact, and recognition. We aim to increase their influencer value, finally, by offering them the tools to engage with their most loyal fans on behalf of brands and sponsors.
Guys, I'll have to cut you there because we have the 4 minutes. Sorry.
Already, okay.
I'll let the judges ask whatever is left to know about Peaks.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just ask, I would love to know your go-to-market strategy.
Oh. Sorry.
So So we do that through partnerships with sports agents and influencer marketing platforms, direct approach through athletes who become platform ambassadors. And then finally, we have big marketing campaigns aimed at fans to promote individual channels and the total value proposition of peaks. So we currently have $5 million in deals set up for 2022, and that's only the 20% that Peaks takes as a cut.
So we're giving an extra revenue model also to platforms like influencer model platforms.
What in terms of like a tool for, you know, I guess creators or athlete creators, how do you think about like features and experience and kind of the UI that makes it sticky for them versus the various other platforms that are available right now?
So I think it's because we offer them a combination where it's not just like complicated tools that we have developed, but also APIs that we incorporate into the platform from sponsors, so they're our partner, so that they're kind of known with the technology. And then it's kind of geared that we level them up with education in terms of how to use it. If they make money, that they know that what the consequences of it are, if they have to pay taxes. So it's not just for them to make money, it's also we help them to create the best content, give them education, and help them face any potential consequences.
So what's your acquisition strategy to get the talent on board?
Sorry, what's that?
What's the acquisition strategy to get your talent on board? Is it word of mouth? Do you go to players associations, or what's your approach there?
So, for example, one of the most relevant things that's happening in the market right now is the NIL law changes. So we've set up a strategic partnership with Postgame, who manage over 6,000 college athletes, where we will be the first, that instead of offering them a one-time income through a brand partnership, we offer them a long-term income on our platform. So we try to set up these types of super relevant partnerships to get our name out.
Any other questions?
Yeah, we'll have time for one more quick question before we wrap up.
Just thinking, no, Marcia, please go ahead.
Thank you. No, I was just thinking of the difficulties to scale being a B2C. So I think that at a certain point, when you reach your maximum capacity, how do you go from there? Have you thought of going maybe B2B2C?
Well, yeah, well, to be honest, the maximum capacity on what level? So on the platform side, there is no capacity limit on that part.
No, on the talent, I mean.
I'm sorry?
On the acquisition of talent, don't you think that at a certain point you will reach a ceiling, a maximum?
Well, the good part is that sports is evolving. So every year there are new talents coming up, right? So and everyone is growing. And there are a lot of, well, again, millions of professional athletes and talented athletes out there. So before we reach that, will be a couple of years, I think. But yeah, the strategic partnerships that we set up, getting those athletes in, and then of course what happens is the word of mouth. So as soon as you have the platform with a lot of athletes, that creates a lot of buzz, which means that athletes will come to the platform itself because it proves that they can earn their steady income through a platform like ours.
And I think additionally to that, I think the next step in the evolution, which is a couple of years away, would be a potential white label SaaS option where we can offer it to teams or leagues.
Okay, yeah, because just from the investor point of view, it's always more complicated, and then we resist more when funding a B2C business. That's all. You look more into B2B or B2B2C. So just a comment.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's been an amazing day and very happy with everything that we've heard to wrap up this last day of the Sports Tech Demo Week. So now it's the time that we hear from the judges, their thoughts and their top two. So judges, Please give us what are your 2 favorite companies from the 6 that we heard today from, so we can choose the one that is going to go to the demo day finals in the Sports Tech Nation. So anyone in particular would like to start? Because last night I put someone on the spot that was not ready, so I just want to make sure that that you have your thoughts already in place.
And what's the dynamics? We choose 2?
You choose 2, yeah, and I will write it down the
Very difficult,
vote.
Fernando. Very difficult mission here.
Andreas, maybe do you want to start?
Okay. I have 2 clear favorites. On the one hand side, if they're able to scale and if they're able to manage the quality, I think Let's Talk has a chance to find a sweet spot. I really like the last presentation too. I think it's going to be an interesting shootout. And from infrastructure technology, I think Coco has also a right for existence. And if they are able to develop it in an approach where others resell the solution, I think if you do it themselves, there is no chance, but they need to be integrated in an ecosystem of third parties. That would be my 2.
Thank you very much.
Shots.
Thank you. Marcia, do you have yours ready?
Kind of, but my opinion is a little biased, Fernanda, because I'm an investor. And so I don't know, maybe I would go for a Coco Hub, definitely, because it is, very, it's great on technology. It's very creative. It's very original. I think it would drive a lot of attention. And video sites, I think it solves a real solution. I've seen where you're going. I've suffered this my own. And I would put my money into that if I had a chance. But I do congratulate all the others because I really think that you were very smart. You had made a very good presentations, all of you. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Fielding, do you have your top 2?
Sure, I'm happy to go and echo that sentiment. Thank you all for sharing your companies with us. It's incredible to see what you guys are building every day. I'm sure I speak for everyone, but especially on my side, if I can be helpful to any of you as you continue to build your companies, please connect with me on LinkedIn. I think for me, my 2 ones that I think I was kind of just most excited about, I think I see a lot of potential in a number of different ways. But video sites, I think that there's a lot to do there. I'm having a lot of conversations with my partners around not necessarily really on that monetization side and having to capture kind of all of the different videos that are happening from a fandom perspective and how do you connect fandom with big business. And so I think that that's really interesting. And then this last one, Peaks, just like a huge believer in making sure that we're giving athletes all the opportunity that we can. I specifically am really focused on women. And I think that platforms like this from a women athlete perspective can really help bring the parity that is so desperately needed and really try to help level that playing field. So those would be my votes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Lance, we have a tie here, so maybe your votes will help or not.
I hate being a tiebreaker. But I'll echo everyone's thoughts and keep it short. I was probably a big fan of Coco as well. And then the video sites, actually. I mean, I liked all of them, but those 2 I think resonated with me personally. So thanks everyone for sharing what you're building. It's really incredible and wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Actually, you helped us a lot because with 3 points, both of them, Video Sites and Coco Hub, were the 2 winners of the day. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. Congratulations. I will see you at the Demo Day Finals in December. So the invite is here for everyone to join us and everyone that is watching the record. Thank you also for joining us over this past few days. It's been a great journey. Like I said in the beginning, I've learned a lot, and I'm pretty sure that the guys at Coliseum as well. So thank you for enabling this platform with us. And I will see you in December. Once again, Coliseum is here to help you in your journey in the sports tech world. That's what excites us, and that's what we'll continue doing from years on. So thank you, and have a great day and rest of your weekend and so on, whatever you are, and stay safe. Thank you.
Fernanda, I just quick request, at least for me, would you mind sending at least the names of all the participants and
You'll
emails?
receive all the emails. I've been sending to all the judges the emails and contacts and recordings and so on, so you can share and use however you prefer.
Okay, thank you.
And
Thank you, Fernanda. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Thank you very much.
I will talk to you. I will continue the conversation later on and explain everything about the recording, the second recording,
Sure.
so we can agree on the day and so on. But thank you,